Last but not least, we will talk about mental well-being, and the reason I'm talking about mental well-being towards the end is because I see it as the beautiful bow that ties everything together. Your mental well-being has to do with your choice, it has to do with your focus, and it has to do with your ability to create with your mind. So there's a lot of imagination, there's a lot of creativity there too. Let's start by focusing on the solution. Focus. In a time of crises, where is your focus going? Are you focusing on all the things that are going wrong and you will find them if you focus on them? Or are you focusing on the solution? Because if you focus on the solutions will arise and you will see that there are so many solutions. There are countries around the world that are rising to the occasion. There are people, individuals, and communities that are coming together, that are uniting to create solutions. And once you focus on that, that is going to start a whole different neuro connection in your mind, so that now you are looking for solutions. And looking at solutions does not mean that you are oblivious to the problem. You are aware, but you are also choosing choice to focus on the solution. Let's talk about choice. Every thought that you think is a choice. You are choosing to think that thought. Whether it's a thought that is creating anxiety or panic, or if it's a thought that's bringing you sadness or obsession. I know that some thoughts can seem they have a life of their own, that they take over you, but really, if you take a moment, if you breathe, we're going to do a small mindfulness meditation sort of exercise where you kind of observe your thoughts. But that comes with practice too. However, your thoughts, I'm here to remind you that your thoughts are not who you are. They are just a simple choice that you are making in any given moment. And you can make, just as easily, you can make another choice. You can choose to look at a different reality. So, having said that, focus. Focus where your attention goes, the energy flows. So making sure that you focus on the positive, especially in these times. Focusing on the positive gives you an optimistic sort of feedback, So let's say you focused on a solution, you start reading about it, you felt better, you find another solution, and then it kind of grows. It attracts more of that. And even if the negatives still exist, or the things that are creating disharmony still exist, you are aware that there is disharmony and there is harmony, and that you are choosing, because you have free will to choose. You are choosing to focus on the positive. So that's another element of it. And then the ability to imagine and create. That's a beautiful way to choose to create your reality. How can you do that? How can you imagine a different reality? Yesterday I posted a post on Instagram, and there was this graph about all the deaths from Corona, and I'm like, why can't we imagine a reality where every week the deaths go down, and we can actually imagine how we feel, we can imagine countries recovering, we can imagine hospitals shutting down their Corona wards. So really, I visualized a graph that is the other way down, where the death rates are going down until they reach zero. So use your imagination to create a reality that you desire. Because you know what? When you are not doing that, and you're just receiving the information from the outside world, your mind is using its creative energy and its creative life force to recreate that. So you're thinking, oh, more death rates, more death rates, more death rates. Your mind is creating that scenario without you choosing. Once you take charge of your thoughts and choose to focus on the solution and choose to imagine and to create a different reality, your mind now becomes your servant. It is working for you, working with you. It is no longer something that can take over your life. We're not saying your mind is your enemy. No, your mind is your biggest asset, one of your biggest assets. It's a beautiful part of who you are, just as your physical body is, just as your emotions are, just as your social connections are, just as your spirit is. So your mind is a very powerful tool. Cultivate it to work with you, for the benefit of yourself and for humanity.